Alone against all these droids? They don't stand a chance.
Jango Fett on the job.
Hey guys, Django Fett here, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more. And Batman vs. Superman forced into the Justice League, Dawn of Justice is the second of the DC Extended Universe directed by Zack Snyder. Let's start with the good. First off, Ben Affleck as Batman is fantastic. I'm a huge Batman fan, and he's by far the best Batman I've seen ever. I think he's fantastic. Now, I can't wait to see what he does in the solo films. We'll see how he does in there. But goddamn, he is great in this film. He really captures an older, veteran Batman, and he's freaking excellent. And then Jeremy Irons as Alfred is a great supporting character with Batman as well. And hopefully he's in the next, Batman films as well. He is fantastic. He is a great side character. And Henry Cavill as Superman is alright. And a good supporting cast, not a great supporting cast by any means, but it's alright. And the action is good, I think. I'm not gonna say it was spectacular, it was mind-blowing, it was the greatest thing ever. It was alright. And I did like the setup to Batman's character. It was really good. I mean, you've seen it a million times over, but I did like the setup. Just a bit more. I mean, surely it's not better than the Dark Knight trilogy by any means, but it's pretty good. And that's all I can think that's good with the movie. I kid you not, that's all I can think of. So let's just get on with the bad, because I have a lot to say with the bad with this movie. First off, this movie is directed by Zack Snyder, and he did Superman Man of Steel, the first of the DC Extended Universe. And a lot of people are, split between this movie. I think it was alright. I didn't think it was spectacular. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was good or bad. I thought it was okay. The first hour was kind of boring. But after that, with the action, it was great. I really loved the action. And yeah, it was 2 hours. I think it was 2 hours. But the last hour is just really good. I really love the action for this movie. I think it was way better in that movie than it was with this movie, honestly. That's just me, though. And honestly, this movie is the Jurassic World of this year. And what do I mean by that? Well, Jurassic World last year got universal praise, and everyone either loved the movie or hated the movie. Now with Batman vs. Superman, it's got mixed, but it's got universal critique with this film, bad things going on with this film. And then there's all the fans supporting, the film. I hated the film, and I hated Jurassic World as well. I see there's just so many problems with the film. It's tough for me because I went in super excited for this film, and it ended up being completely different than I would have thought. And if you've seen the Zack Snyder films, he's known to have a visually impressive looking movie, but direction-wise and story-wise, it's completely lacking. It's really lacking. Story's everywhere. It's nonsensical, it's incoherent, doesn't flow at all. But visually, it looks pretty good. I'm not a big fan of that mindset at all. And then, as to be expected, another bad is Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I think everyone and their mother saw this coming. Everyone knew he would be bad, but man, he is awful. He doesn't fit with this character at all as Lex Luthor. And this is one of the biggest miscastings I have ever seen in a movie. I kid you not, this is one of the worst miscasting. And everyone, even the Batman vs. Superman fanboys, Zack Snyder fanboys, will agree with me that Jesse Eisenberg is awful in this movie. That is without a doubt. Everyone is saying this character, Jesse Eisenberg, is awful. I mean, the writing is bad. Nothing makes sense in this movie. There are points in this movie that you don't get as a viewer. I know my DC lore. I understand it. But then they threw in stuff that no one knew about. Threw in these cameos, forced cameos, just to set up the Justice League movie, which is coming out next year. What are you thinking, WB? Next year? So that's why they're cramming everything into this movie to set up for the next movie, and I don't like that at all. And the Batman vs. Superman fight you've been waiting for is 5 to 10 minutes. Yep. 10 minutes. You call your movie Batman vs. Superman, and you make the fight 10 minutes out of a 2.5 hour movie. Are you freaking kidding me? I found that fight pretty good. I found the rest of the action with this overly CGI action just ugly to look at. I just couldn't stand it. I just don't like CGI everywhere without it making it look like it's actually real. And it didn't look real at all. Especially, Doomsday and Wonder Woman fighting. It just looked bad, man. I'm sorry, it just looked bad. And Doomsday, my god, why did they put Doomsday in this movie? It makes no freaking sense. And destroying the city in Superman 1, I didn't get that either. Destroying the entire city in that process. I didn't like that. I don't know what they were thinking with that. And then in this movie, they throw Doomsday, one of the ultimate villains for Superman. And he is... why the fight doesn't even last that long. It's like, I think 15-20 minutes. Not even that much. I think it's a little bit less. But god damn, why did you put Doomsday in the second movie of the DC Extended Universe? It makes no freaking sense. WB is trying to rush and trying to compete with Marvel, but they're having a hard time convincing the fans like us. Another problem that happened with Superman Man of Steel, and is prevalent throughout this entire film, is transitions. From scene to scene, the transitions in this movie are bad. Are pretty bad. I mean, Superman Man of Steel is the first hour, the transitions were not all over the place, but they're just not that good. And then afterwards, it flowed. It flowed pretty good. Batman vs. Superman, the transitions are everywhere. They're just awful in this movie. They're awful. Plus, did I mention this movie is boring and tedious? Well, the first hour and a half is mostly talking. Yeah, talking. It's boring ass talking. And, news reports. The city was destroyed. This, that. No one gives a shit. No. I don't know how you could sit through that. I mean, I just skipped through the last half an hour because the rest of it was bullshit. I mean, you have Batman versus Superman, and you make it this boring fest. What the fuck? How do you fuck it up this bad? How? Guys, this movie was an incredible disappointment. I hated this film. Why was this movie this bad? I do not understand. Seriously, screw you, Zack Snyder. You are just one of the most arrogant and overrated directors out there. You're not even that good. You're honestly an average director, and you make average films. I don't give a shit what you Snyder fanboys say. He is an average director. He makes these visually impressive films, but they end up being average because the story is just so bad. He doesn't make spectacular, good films, and he doesn't make bad films. He makes okay films. Guys, I'm just so disappointed and hated this film so much. I'm thinking about selling this Funko Pop collection of the Justice League that I have already assembled. I thought this movie would bring out new life to DC and become something of a new franchise. And I thought in advance that I would collect the whole set of the Justice League members so I'd be set. But now, after seeing this, I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't give a shit anymore. So fuck it. Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice gets a... You know what? Fuck Zack Snyder and his Turkish Airlines bullshit.
Once you enter such a fantastical world as Batman vs. Superman and you take a real world product and company like Turkish Airlines and you bring it in to, really set the world as real.
You sell stuff! It's all bullshit. All of it.
Alright, now we can move on to the real superhero film, Captain America Civil War, which I know will be a great film. I know it because the Russo brothers haven't failed me just yet. They only have done one film. I get it. But god damn was it a great film, and I know it's gonna be a great film. Unlike this piece of shit. So guys, let me know what you think of Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice in the comment section down below. Now if you like this movie, that is fine. I have no hate against you. I got nothing against you. We're all entitled to our opinions, and if you can't respect each other's opinions, then fuck off.
You should clone yourself. Why's that? So you can go fuck yourself.
I got no beef with anybody, no hate against anybody. If you like the film, you got your money's worth, that's all that matters. I didn't feel like I got my money's worth, so that's why I'm ranting and raving, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Django Fett, and I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian, brothers and sisters, next time. Ooh, yeah!